I'm a part of Calderon Promotions, which Harold obviously is our big ticket fighter. Harold's 22-0 right now. He's 15 knockouts. He actually holds the current WBC Latin title right now. Next fight here in Miami is March 12th, going for another title fight. So I was a partier once, you know, but partying got me where I didn't want to be. And I didn't have anything like this. I just had a hard-ass mom and dad, you know. So I made a decision one day that either it was time for me to shit or get off the pot. You know, nobody was helping me. You know, like I said, my parents kicked me out of the house. But eventually I worked my way all the way from McDonald's. I hold a master's degree right now in sports management, and I own 6 companies. So, and I do not drink, I do not smoke, I do not do anything that. So, you know, really what I want to convey to you is there is hope, because my lowest point was really low, trust me. I mean, I know maybe not as low as some of you, or maybe not, you know, as extreme as some of your lows, but we've all had our experiences with lows, I'm sure. So, you know, and this is beautiful right here, what we're dealing with, evolutions. I mean, I tell you, I wish I had a place like this to go to when I was a little younger. But you know what? We live, we learn, and there's nothing you can do. There's only one way to go, and that's up. So, you know, that's why we bring Harold, and you know, hopefully in the near future, I can start, you know, bringing some other people. I know yesterday we were scheduled to come, but Harold was playing in a celebrity game with who he with Floyd Mayweather yesterday. It was with Adrian Bronner. A couple days ago with Floyd, you know. So, and Floyd's a good story. Floyd's never had a drop of alcohol in his life or drugs, you know. So, you know, I think that we're around a lot of professional athletes, and I do see, you know, I think you guys had Lamar out here, right? Yeah. You know, I'm put in front of a lot of situations that are very real, but I got to keep in the back of my mind what's real for me, you know, and what's real for me is not participating and not doing, you know, anything that could jeopardize, you know, my success moving forward. Because at the end of the day, what's it going to do for you? You really end up either dead, in jail. And, I mean, that's, and how many of you's been to jail? I've been to jail. Been to jail. Shit ain't fun, is it? I mean, you guys got a walking opportunity right here. I mean, who the hell really wants to ask the house man if he can get a sip of water? The hell with that. If I want a sip of water, I go buy a sip of water, you know? So, you know, I think that the message that most of us want to convey to you guys is there is hope, and there is, you know, opportunities, you know, and I have a program, a nonprofit organization where I try to help people find things after they've been to their lowest point. So I would be happy to leave my contact information. I live in Miami, I live in South Florida, I live down by the Keys. I'm a big fisherman in my off time, so, you know, I do a lot of flats and offshore fishermen. So, you know, I'm always accessible and I'm always willing to help out. So if there's anybody, one person that needs help, needs my help in any way possible, anything that I can do, I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. Sorry about that.
I want your help.
Yeah, I'm sure. You?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Tyler.
Tyler, where you from?
Arkansas.
Damn, Arkansas. I hear it. Country boy. What are you here for?
Alcohol, Christian meth.
Jesus. Well, you know what the good thing is? You got all your teeth and you got a pretty smile. So. And that's the first part of getting help, is saying you need help, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm going to leave my information. You know, you can talk to me after this, but I'm going to leave my information before we leave. You guys will be seeing a little bit more of me in the near future, hopefully. So, Rick, does anybody know Rick?
Yeah. What's up, guys?
So I owned one of my other ventures, that I owned a company in Miami that It actually was I saw a need in Miami for youth sports. So I opened up a youth sports facility, and Rick's son, probably about 12 years ago, was a part of it. So I've been in connection with Rick for about 12 years now, and Rick's actually how I got involved in Evolution.
Excuse me, Tommy. I was assistant coach, and you left me hanging with
Oh, yeah.
in the playoff game. When you didn't show up, they were going to forfeit. So I got my captain, and I got all of the starters, and I said, guys, you know what to do. You're the captain. Get out there and play, or they're going to forfeit. He goes, you're the coach.
Yeah.
All right, where's Tommy?
Hey, sometimes we all can.
Anyway,
I'm wearing many different hats. So, but anyway, I'm thankful that Rick got me involved in coming out here, because let me tell you something. I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart, and I'm bringing these guys. I'm going to start bringing these guys to speak to you guys, and I'm not charging them a penny. We're doing this because we want. If we can reach one out of how many's here.
With that said, whoever don't know me, I've been through this program. It worked for me. I wanted it. I've been over 7 months sober. I took advantage of the tools they gave me, and I used them for my recovery. That's why I'm here today. So for all you guys, if you don't want it, you ain't gonna get it. You gotta want it. If you don't want it, I don't know why you're wasting your time. If you're thinking of using when you get out, that's what people do in jail. Go around telling the guard, man, when I get out, I'm gonna smoke that crack. So in this program, I guess you gotta want it. And you're gonna get far in life. You can overcome any obstacle. It makes it so much easier when you're sober. And you run into an obstacle, and it's so easy. Before, when I was in my drinking and drugging, it was now what I see so simple, back then it was so hard for me to overcome. But now, I just chill and take it easy, and I overcome that obstacle, I move to the next one. And life got easier for me, and it's only been 7 months. But you gotta do it, you gotta want it, you gotta have the willpower. Like Tommy said, there's 3, dead, prison, jail, and where you at now? So make the best of what you got here. So when you get out, you have a chance in life, especially the young ones. I think I brought her over here in the back door one day, with her dad. Was it you? Back there? Oh, there you are. And I had a talk with her, and I told her. And I told her straight up, if you don't want it and you're gonna go use, don't even bother coming in. And she wanted it. So I took her in the back door, I took it upon myself as a detox and brought her to the front office. And where's she at now? How many days later? 20-something. My dear, you can make a change in one person's life. It makes a big fucking difference, excuse my language. But that's how I feel. And that's where I'm at today. And that's why we brought Daryl.
Hey, Errol.
Hey,
So let me introduce myself again. I'm Harold Calderon. WBC, Harold the King Calderon, yeah, that's my ring name. I'm ranked number 14 in the world by the WBA. I'm the WBC Latino champion. I've been professional for 16 years. I've been in boxing for 13 years. So basically, my parents are immigrants. You probably heard this story a million times. They came here for a better opportunity. So got to America. I lived in the hood, and I still live in the hood, really. You know what I mean? And I'm just fighting, like you guys. I'm just fighting. I got a dream, I got a vision, and I'm gonna stick to it. And I'm fighting to get to that goal, and I'm not letting that stop me till I reach there. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm proud of everybody that's here. I feel like y'all in training camp. Like, if I could relate my story to you guys, I feel like you guys are in training camp right now. You got 6 weeks till, I don't know how long your program is, but got 6 weeks to fight, like if it was me. And you guys are in training camp right now, you guys just stick to your goal. I feel like if you guys stick to your goal, you're gonna accomplish it. Because that's how I treat all my fights. Like, I set my goal, I'm gonna fight this guy, I'm gonna take care of business, but I gotta put in the work. And I guess right now you guys are putting in the work, you know what I mean? To better yourself and get ready for the real world, and that's your fight. And that's, and I can tell you that hard work, dedication, you could accomplish anything with hard work and dedication. And I'm 22 and 0. I never thought I would make it this far, you know what I mean? But I knew that if I work hard and I stay focused and dedicated, that I'm gonna get there. And I'm ranked number 14. I can fight for a world title real soon. Any day, you guys gonna see me fight for a world title. And
As long as the money's right. It's a business. Just like life.
Yeah, and just like life, it's not easy, man. Some days I have my ups, some days I have my downs. Like I'm like, do I still want to do this? Why am I doing this? It's so hard. I don't see my family all the time. I gotta zone out from everybody and just focus on my goal, and that's to become a champion. So it's real tough. I can tell you that it's gonna pay off. Man. You guys gonna see me again, a world champion. Hopefully by the next time you guys see me.
All right.
Awesome.
So coming into this today, I like to do things a little different with dealing with whoever we present. Like I remember one time, Rick and I had an event, and I brought to a kids event because I believed in it. I brought Dennis Rodman. Who would think of Dennis Rodman? So, but let me tell you, it was a great experience for the kids, and it worked well because I opened it up like a Q&A, like a question and answer type deal. So Harold was right. Your process, what you're going through now, is a great example of what a fighter goes through before he gets to the main event. Which the main event for you guys will probably be, going back home to your address and walking out the door, and you got freedom, so to speak. I don't really know the process here of what freedom. I mean, do y'all have cell phones?
Oh yeah, we got too much freedom.
Shit, you guys got it made. Damn. So, well, how about this? In your own house. Okay, that's the main event. So,
I'm being told to put your cell phone up.
oh yeah. But you know what the best thing about it is? I used to be told that when I was in some other programs, but now you tell me that, I could drop the mic and walk off the stage. That's my prerogative. I do what I want to. I know where I was at and where I wanted to be. So with Harold, I can tell you, you guys right now, when you first go into it, you approach the training camp. So I want Harold to kind of tell you what he does approaching a training camp 7 weeks out from a fight. And so when do you start a program like this? Like is it an 8 or 9 week program, or 8 months? I mean, I know it's a lifetime, journey for you, because you got a journey ahead of you, because once you've done something and then you stop, your life and your journey really begins when you stop something, no matter what it is. I'm actually 4 months into a recovering gambler, so that's kind of like and I'll tell you, I would like, I think, is Alicia here?
Yeah.
She's not in here. Listen, they put planes at Tamiami Airport to take me to Las Vegas for a reason. It's kind of like the liquor stores and the drug dealers. They put that shit in front of you for a reason, because they know you're going to do it. I'm going to jump on that plane and go to Vegas. Okay? It put me in a bad jam. Okay? Terrible financial jam. If anybody here knows, if you got all kinds of obligations and you're gambling your business, $45,000 on the crap table in one hand, and your hands aren't sweaty, you got a problem. Okay? So I'm actually clean from that now, because I've stepped back and said, hey, there was a problem there. I recognized it. Who's seen these signs out by the Hard Rock? 1-800 got a problem, gamble, call. I was the first one in line to call when I got back. And I think for me it was like when I hit rock bottom with that, as well as from being, and it brought me flashbacks of where I was when I was a younger child. So I was like, I don't need any of that. I can't even do it just to go have fun now, because then I'll relapse, right? So, say you had an 8-week program here, you come in, you check in. I was at the other facility last week, the detox. I was there. I've seen some people come in. I was like, shit. I was a little scared, And then, so to me, that's kind of like getting ready for a fight. So 7 weeks out, what do you do for a fight, Harold? I mean, I know what you do. I'm just asking you.
So training camp start, and it's like, damn, I'm starting training camp. All this hard work I got to put in, take my body, destroy it for 7 weeks to get ready for one night. know what I mean? And it's tough, but I know like and I have to transform my body to be the strongest, the fastest that I could be, and we try to do that in 8 weeks. So, the first week is the toughest. It is. Second week is even tougher. I don't know how, because I guess I beat my body up so hard that the second week is even harder than the first week. But then the third week, I'm starting to feel, I'm starting to get my rhythm. I'm starting to hit the bag harder, and things are just starting to come to place. So, it gives me, okay, it's working. Fourth week comes in, we start sparring, so I'm fighting other guys getting ready for my fight, you know what I'm saying? And then that also is like, now I'm getting punched in my face, I'm getting punched in my face, I'm running, I'm breaking my body down, not seeing my family, and midway through camp, I'm like, man, why am I doing this? Do I want to do this? And I think why I started, because I want to be a world champion, I want to change my life for my family, I want to give them the best. So I just think about that and it refuels me, and then I got a couple weeks left, and like now I start peaking, because after like 5 weeks of training camp, I take my body to a whole nother level. I just start peaking, like I'm at my fastest, my strongest. So come time to the week before the fight night, I'm ready to go. I feel like I can fight anybody. Mike Tyson, I don't care who your favorite fighter is, I'm gonna knock him out. I'll take him out when I'm prepared with my 8-week training camp. So then comes fight night, and you know what? I'm not nervous. You know why? Because I know that I put in the hard work from day one. So I'm confident and I'm ready to go. So come fight night, I win. I'm undefeated. And I really believe it's all because of the hard work and dedication that I put in, and I'm going to continue to win. You know what I mean? And I know you guys can do the same thing.
What do
Stick to
you
the
tell
program.
yourself right before you want to give up?
What do I tell myself? Yeah, like I said, I just think back why I started, and I see my kids, my wife, and all of that, and I can't. I'm too deep in, and I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? This is why I'm doing this, to change my family's life and my life.
And you get through it.
And I get through it. That's
Just
all I
said
need.
that this morning with a lot of them. You got one more step in your life, and that's the one you don't know you have. That's the one you don't know you have, but if you don't do what you always do, you'll get what you got. I'm listening to you. I got 29 years clean, all right? Now, I'm finna knock you. Me and this man ran up in the streets of Fort Lauderdale in the 80s. He shot at me, cut me with a box cutter. He got, 13 years clean?
13 years clean.
So we know about it. And I'm glad you can tell them, because they don't believe they can, a lot of them. A lot of them aren't where they are. You see, you come in here right now, got a goal, got something to inspire you, and you are speaking at the best of your ability right now, which means you telling us your dream. It's just enough for somebody to get some hope. So I want to thank you for coming here and doing that.
I take a lot of people to a lot of different speaking engagements, and some of you are probably sitting here like, man, fuck this. I gotta sit here and listen to this. Listen. In life, yes, to your point, there's a reason he does what he does, and it's not just because people are invested in him, because half of it is a business. We are invested in him, right? Trust me, there's a lot of money invested into this man right here. And his way of, it's kind of like an employee. But these facilities are invested in you, So it's kind of like a life cycle. Everything has a reason and a rhyme, right? So, there's points of his training camp where I know he just wants to quit. Quit. You should see the shit he eats before a fight. He eats portions 3 times a day. He drinks Pedialyte. Because if he's a pound over at a weigh-in, we might have to stroke a check for $30,000 because that's a pound heavier than his opponent. So he can quit. Might get a lawsuit, but he can quit. But these people here at Evolutions are investing in you guys because, you know what? You're all here. I don't think there's bars around this facility they can go, right? You want to be here? Yes, ma'am.
But you have to have accountability.
Of course.
And he has accountability to himself and to you.
Of course.
And my family.
And his
And his
family.
family. And that's, isn't that your driving force?
That's my
Of course.
family.
And that's where you guys have to look and find your accountability.
Right.
We all need accountability to be successful.
Of course. Listen, Harold, I talked to Harold a lot about this. Harold's from the streets. Harold's got a much deeper story than we're willing to discuss right now. But I'm telling you, he does everything for his children. You know, out of the 100-some thousand followers he's got, I think the most important is his lady and his children, you know? So,
Practices.
right.
When you put in the work, you invest in yourself as
Of
well.
course. I mean, he's in training camp right now. He's got, like I said, he's got a fight. So, you know, there's nothing that goes into him that we can't get out with some sweat. You know, and I'm gonna tell you right. Well, you can sweat alcohol out, but that's not what drives him. All right. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there's only a few things that make this world go around, and number one is money. We all gotta make money, right? We all love money. You can't make you can't do that. I mean, I look at me and I'm thinking, you know, I spent $100,000 last year on gambling. Average. I have a statement. It's tax time, right? I got what they call it was 4 years ago, but I'm just now claiming it. I mean, there's a lot. So I did a, well, you know, hey, they make rules, but if you can learn how to beat the rules, anyway, I've got a earn and loss statement. $100,000. What do you think I could have bought with $100,000? I could have bought a new boat. I could have bought, you know, whatever I wanted to. But the same with you guys, with whatever your habits are. Think of all that money you spent and what and what you got in return. What you get, a little quick high, a little buzz. You know, you got memories. I mean, you know, probably memories you don't want to have. You know, so what he's going through is memories you want to have, and what the fight he's fighting is the fight we want all you to fight. You know, whether it's boxing or working at McDonald's or whatever you want to do. And let me tell you something, if I work at McDonald's, I'm going to own that McDonald's in 6 months. That's my mentality. I'll go in, I'll learn the ropes, but guess what? I'm going to buy that McDonald's in 6 months. That's always my goal. And I think that's his goal. You know? So when you get to weigh in, damn, and you're 2 days out and you're still 3 pounds over, do you want to quit?
Hell yeah.
What tells you not to quit?
My family, man. I'm gonna keep saying my family and my kids. That's really my heart, my everything, man. I see my little girls and my son. Like, I gotta do anything possible to make sure that I'm gonna come home safe. That's one, and that I'm gonna come home and take care of my family. You know, they need clothes, they need food, and I'm the one that puts it on the table. You know what I mean?
How many here have kids? Well, how many here have family? Family. How many here has a girlfriend, a wife? Somebody. What I'm saying is, everybody here has at least somebody. And if you don't think you have somebody, trust me, you do. You have somebody. Okay?
I have a question. I'm Jerome Attic. Thank you both for y'all service. Like, I really do appreciate it. Like, for me, like, it just clicked in my head this time. Like, for me, I noticed it when I play ping pong. Like, when someone hits up the ball high and I got like a second, and like it's that easy shot, I fuck up every time. But like when my body like kicks in, like I can go bam, bam, bam. But like when I gotta think about it, like I always mess up. Like, how do you like deal with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the easy stuff that you know you gotta focus on, but like you phase in. Like, how do you deal with that? If that makes sense.
Nah, I understand what you're saying. It comes with the hard work. I mean, I train 2-3 times a day. Like, so now it's just second nature. Like, I come alive. Like, this is not even me. When I fight, that's really me. Like, I just
But he's a southpaw. So if you know your opponent is a southpaw and you gotta then learn that counter, right? So if I'm hitting you with the southpaw, you gotta learn how to work with the right? So it's something out of his comfort zone. I've seen him do it. I once had a very successful guy told me, and I ended up buying a business from him, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Take that shot. Hit that damn ball. Who gives a shit if you mess up? Do it again.
But like I noticed like that incorporates in my life too. Like when I'm doing like a program of recovery, like I can deal with the heavy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I can deal with that because I know that has weight. Like the small shit, I don't like. I think I got like, oh, it's alright, it's alright, it's like, bro, that's like putting a rock in my shoe, man. It always gets me like every time.
So
Like
what
it
do you
does.
do
Like
when-
there's two things that happen. Like
What do you do when you got a rock in your shoe? You get
like,
that shit out.
yeah,
Get it
that's
out.
what I was about to say. Like either two things gonna happen. Like either I gotta take the rock out the shoe, or I'm gonna take something to alleviate the pain that's in the rock in my shoe. So I just wanted to like hear your perspective. And I, like again, I think y'all both for y'all service.
You gotta understand, like.
Does anybody here fight? You understand what I'm saying? Before you graduate. What's that? In Brooklyn. You know what? I was just in New York. I travel a lot. I was just in, when was I in New York? Last week?
Yeah, when it was
I was home last week.
January, a week
Yeah,
ago.
I have some business deals in New York, so, like the accent, man. What the hell you doing from New York got a Dodgers jersey on?
Brooklyn Dodgers.
Oh, okay, got you. There you go. You like it here? Man, I was freezing my ass off in New York. And what I don't get is how those homeless people in New York like sleep on the
On the
streets.
cardboard box.
I ran out of dollar bills, man. I was like, damn, I'm sorry for you.
I gave people my shoes sometimes. I felt bad. That's why they got to thank away here. Some bed, booze.
How many of you will be here March 12th?
I'll be here.
Maybe we can get some of you out to the fights.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. I'm here.
Harold fighting for a title.
Is that on?
I would love that.
Yeah, it's televised.
I would love
And it's on
that.
the 12th of March?
Yeah, 12th of March. No, we're fighting this one at the downtown Miami, right? The Art District. Yeah.
It's gonna be on UFC Fight Pass.
It's gonna be on UFC Fight.
No, I don't want to be here. I wanna go.
Yeah. Does anybody in here? Because you know we got a few minutes, but does anybody in here have any questions or any comments or any success or want to share anything?
Has he ever been in treatment?
Have you ever been in treatment?
No, not like this kind of treatment.
He did self-treatment.
Okay.
But the thing is, he had people to pick him up, you know, and not everybody's case is that way, and I understand and I get it. But this right here is the people picking you up, right? Or you all up. So, you know. That,
I've never had a problem dealing with authority.
well, being a professional boxer, you know, it's really, your hands are registered and you can't really have a problem with authority if you know what I mean. You lose your license,
I
right?
mean, growing up, I really did have a problem with authority.
Thank you,
Like,
okay. I
I was fighting all the time in the streets, you know what I mean? I almost killed somebody fighting in the streets, you know what I mean? This is a true story, like. And I used my same energy that I had in the streets and I put it in the gym. And I don't even have, like, if somebody talks shit to me now in the streets, like, okay, whatever. I don't even, because I'm so tired and I put so much energy in boxing now, I don't have that type of energy to be wild out in the streets no more, start problems in the streets no more. Boxing really saved my life. Like, that's what saved my life. Cause I was headed, like, trust me, my story's kind of deep. Like, I went to jail when I was 19 for doing some things I shouldn't have done, you know what I mean? I had my oldest daughter was born at that time, and when I got out, I had to make a choice what I want to do, and you know what I mean? I said, I'm gonna start taking boxing serious, and I really started taking boxing serious after that, and I'm here now, and you know what I mean? I'm thankful for boxing. To be real. Even if I don't never become a world champion, or whatever, I'm happy that I did things my way, and I got to live my life the way I wanted to live it, you know what I mean?
So I grew up with I had a behavior problem, always wanting to fight and aggression and authority figures. But like back in the day, I used to tell my dad I want to be an MMA fighter and stuff like that. He used to tell me I didn't have the discipline for it. So with that being said, how did you discipline yourself to I guess do it and stick with it in a positive way?
I mean, I think it was easy for me. I used to wrestle in high school, and I was looking for that same type of itch, like I wanted to do something, so I tried boxing, and I fell in love with it. Like I didn't need nobody to tell me to do nothing. Like, you know what I mean? I just fell in love with it, and I have not left the gym since that day. I
used to fight so much.
You gotta
like,
try. You
back
been to the
home.
gym?
I exercise, but I've never been to like a gym, like, you know, a boxing gym. But my
You
street
got my
name is
number. You come to my
Pacquiao.
gym anytime. You know what I mean?
Yo, you like Pacquiao?
No, they call me Pacquiao back home.
Where you from?
North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
What part?
What part?
Gastonia.
Oh, that's
It's in the mountains, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Charlotte.
I have property in them about.
Oh, that's
the
what's
coast.
up.
No, I'm telling you. I'll take one day. You're gonna love it, man. I'm telling you.
I have a question for you. So what's going through your mind? What are your thoughts when you leave the locker room all the way up to when you get into the ring, right before you throw that first?
Well, he normally got a rapper that follows him out because he has a big stage interest, so he's dancing going to.
No, what's going through your mind?
I mean, honestly, it's but like back in it, like before I started, like early in my career, I would get nervous
Yeah.
coming out to the ring. Like my first 3-4 fights. Now it's just like second nature. Like I'm so confident in my hard work, and I'm so like I'm focused because remember I gave away 6 to 8 weeks to prepare for this night. But this is where I have fun. This is where I get to live it up and really enjoy myself. Because I look back at these 6 to 8 weeks that I put in, it's not going to compare to this 12 rounds or 10 rounds that I'm going to put in. That guy is not going to do nothing to me. You know, I'm going to take punches, I'm going to get hit in the face, but I know that I'm prepared, and I have a great team around me that helped. We came up with a game plan, and the game plan is going to work. You know, I had 22 men in front of me, and none of them has succeeded in.
Right.
And it's all because of the hard work and dedication. I promise you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I got a question.
Do you have your song for your coming in the ring this time? Because I got a nice rapper, upcoming rapper. He'd be great. I got a nice song for you to come into the ring and on your next win on the 13th.
Yeah, definitely can come
12.
on. Yeah, the 12th.
Who did you have introducing me last time? He has people like Jim. Anybody ever heard of Jim Jones?
Yeah.
Jim Jones.
Wow.
Jim Jones brings him out. So it's pretty. He's got a nice entrance.
Yeah, because I gotta have fun too, you know.
Tell us what the moves that you come out with.
Huh?
Yeah, tell us what it's like when you're going out.
Yeah.
That's hard to put him on the spot. No, it's not.
What place are we in?
Whatever can.
You said you trained 6 or 7 weeks before your fight. What do you do on your off time?
I mean,
Are you still practicing?
in boxing, there really isn't no off season. Like I'm year round training. I might get a week off, and then I gotta get right back to training because in boxing it's like you gotta always keep that rhythm and that time and then like I'm not a world champion, so I'm not trying to get no ring rust. I'm trying to be ready, like you know what I mean. Like I really don't have no time off. For the last 6-7 years since I've been professional, I really have. I go on vacation, like I'll fight, I go on vacation for a week, and then I'm right back to the gym. So yeah,
Hey, bro, you know, my brother is pro boxing in Las Vegas. You know Kurt Bills?
Who's he? What manager is he?
He hosts his own fights too. Like he going to Gary, Indiana.
What weight?
I don't know, he's like 152 type shit.
47. That's how.
Yeah, y'all might be fighting each other.
That's amateur though.
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah, I'm saying he laid a nigga out cold a couple days ago.
what's his name?
Kurt Bills.
Kurt Bills.
You can search him up on the internet,
No doubt.
but you gotta go to Facebook.
For sure.
I'm just letting you know what's up, bro, because he boxing with Floyd Mayweather, like, they train together type shit.
I was with Floyd.
Mayweather's down here.
Yeah, he's
No,
here.
yeah,
He probably hit the Super Bowl, right?
Man, he got like 16 SUVs down here.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody come my way, bro?
Yeah.
I'm taking them out, bro.
Yeah.
When I started,
Hey, just please know how to jump up here in front of him.
in the ring, I mean.
Hey, you got a nasty
Anybody
left.
in front of me in the ring, you know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to thank you all for your service, first and foremost. And just a quick question, was there, did you have a role model, or was there a coach that really helped guide you when you were younger to become professional?
Yeah and no, because like in boxing is one of the most dirtiest sports ever. Like there's a lot of people trying to take advantage of you. There's a lot of people that would try to sell you out. So this is my story. When I was doing a transition from amateurs to professional, I had this one coach. He was with me for like 3 years. He really got me good. Like he got me great. You know, I learned a lot from him. But when it's time to turn professional, I was getting ready for my first fight, and I found out he was trying to sell me out to fight a Cuban Olympian on my first fight. You know what I mean? And once I heard that, like I had to cut him off. Because he wasn't trying to take care of me, he was trying to make a couple $100 off me on my first fight instead of seeing the long picture, like the long goal. You know what I mean? We could have been making millions together, but he's not here no. He's not with me no more. And
It's a dirty business.
But you kept fighting, that's
Yeah, and
the
I kept
point.
fighting.
Like somebody could call us today and say, hey, I want to put Harold on Oscar De La Hoya's card in Las Vegas. We're going to pay him $300,000. All right. Out of that $300,000, Harold might only get $100,000 because $200,000 pays bills. Example, but that's throwing him to the wolves. It could be. So they might put him up against somebody that, you know, it's a stack. They stack it. It's a dirty business. I can get into the logistics of this business, but as long as you got a good fighter with a good head on their shoulders, everything plays out and you got the right people around you because everybody's got their hands in his pocket.
And you're accountable for you.
That's what I had to learn. Like, you know what I mean?
He's got to take care of his
A
kids.
lot of people come and like I do need help sometimes, but at the end of the day, I have to look after myself and my family because I'm the only person that's in the ring with me is me. I'm over there risking my life. I don't know if you know how serious this is. People's been dying this year, you know, and I risk my life every time I step in the ring. I gotta get home to my kids, so I'm gonna make sure I make the right decision. Like even Tommy tell me to do something, I still gonna think about what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Before I listen to him, because I have to make sure I get to my kids, get home to my kids, and that's really what I'm living for now, is to have my kids.
And it takes boxers a little bit longer to process things because they take a lot of shots to the head.
Yeah.
So you might tell him something and he'll process it, but he'll get back to you in 6 hours. You have to write it down.
And then make sure I think about it twice, 3 times, 4 times, if I make a decision.
What's up, boss?
How would you deal, being a boxer, you went for your fitness for a while, right? Every now and then?
Yeah.
I've been away from mine for a year and a half, just trying to fight this thing, just trying to get on my feet. Every now and then I look back, like at the memories and all that. At the same time, how would you deal with that?
Yeah, like some training camps I go away for about. I've never been away from my family for a year, but I've been 3 months sometimes, getting ready for a fight, and I miss my family. I miss them, so I try to call them, talk to them, just hear their voice. Or if I got some pictures on my phone or something, I'll look at it, you know what I mean? I just need a little bit, just a little taste of them and I'll be all right, you know what I mean? Because they know why I left and I know why I left. And once we get back together, we're gonna know that it was worth the sacrifice that we made from being away from each other.
He leans on people around him too. He don't want to, probably talk about that, and he probably doesn't notice it. But the circle you surround yourself with is what can make you, and help you through things. And especially most of the people in his corners are prior fighters that didn't, probably retired fighters or whatever the case. So, he's got a good support group, and that's a blessing about being here. It looks like you got a good support group to help you guys out.
Basically, you have to have a good team to be successing
You can't get anywhere in life, in boxing, in sport without a team. I mean, it's, the saying is true. There's no me or I in team,
They also say if you sit in the barbershop long enough, you're going to get a fucking haircut.
He ain't getting no haircut. Let this ponytail down.
Being a fellow member of GA with you, I was just curious, what step you on?
Shit, 6?
Oh, whoa.
I ain't putting no money into it. I mean, I'm damn near, I'm itching to do that Super Bowl, but I'm looking at my kids. I'd rather cook chicken wings than put $1,000 on the game, you know what I mean? What'd you play? What was your game of choice?
Blackjack and roulette.
Black or red, baby, 50-40.
Yeah.
Come. Double greens get you every time. I can speak, you talk. Shit, I remember playing baccarat one night, man.
You learn how to play anything on the money right.
Oh, listen, I mean, I'm not racist, but if the Chinese people was tracking numbers and if there was betting on it, I was hitting it. And I was losing. Hey, in life, you either got to stay stupid or get smart. You know, there ain't no in between.
You know, it's interesting that in the Nike guy, who supports a lot of athletes, their logo is just do it,
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
Just do it.
That's why
There's
there's
no question about it, you just do it.
That's right.
So you're away from your family, you just do it.
Yeah,
Because the rewards
exactly.
are beyond your wildest dreams,
Yes.
right?
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Phone, somebody lose a phone. No, somebody lose a phone.
Right here. I think it's Hollywood. Where's it? No, I don't. It's right here. I'm on the pitch.
From here, no, you're from Detroit. My number, shoot me an email. No, the owner, I did, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hey, where's the phone?
Can you just rip it off? I'm gonna save it because I don't have my phone.
Yeah, no,
I've been to,
Oh, this is way better.
Oh, yeah, Fox, I've been there too, yo.
Yeah, send it to me and I'll. Good luck, man.
yeah.
All right, did you get a picture or
Into the ring, listen to the rap.
You're from the Miami facility, huh? Yeah, what's your name? Marco. I'm Mark. I remember seeing you down there.
Yeah, I was doing like computers and whatever it is, marketing stuff like this, and then editing videos online.
What are you doing now?
I took this video, yeah, so we're editing it, and then we're just putting it like out in on the website.
Okay.
For you know, people sometimes don't know about like when I was back in the past. They didn't know anything, so sometimes like what they do is really help me. That's what I started out to do. I like control myself to know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
So it's like things like that. So much stuff online now. And back then there was, it's not like it was now. Back then there was I have to have it out there in public. Are you here now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I am.
Going through the...
I'm going through the program. We'll see what happens. You know, this is my first rodeo.
Are you from Florida? Originally?